Hey, and good afternoon, everyone. 24 hours, the past 24 hours has been quite the run. If we look up here, Bitcoin's been making a run, hopefully up to 7,200. We might get lucky enough and see that today. That is next level point of resistance for Bitcoin. So tuning in, welcome to my channel. Yes, it's still a brand new channel, and we're still kind of getting things worked out, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. I just want to remind everyone that this is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. This is really just my daily vlog on how I'm doing with CryptoHopper and some of my thoughts on the market and my strategies on my daily adaptation to how the market's doing. So with that said, we'll first hop right into CryptoHopper. As you can see, I have 10 positions open. I could have more right now, but I have a couple of more long-term trades in mind that I've already bought into to take advantage of this market. And I'll go into a little bit on short-term versus long-term a little bit later in this video. I have this really cool article I want to show you. So, as you can see, it's still, the market's a mixed bag. You get, I have some ups and downs right now, and then looking into my trade history, I just sold a couple that were been sitting around for a while. I don't like to let my coins just sit. I'd rather, in a market when it's going up like this, we're seeing good positive gains. Personally, I would rather, after usually 9 hours at the least, I'll drop certain positions if they're still negative 2% or lower, or like this one, for example, had been around for like 15 hours. So I decided to go ahead and drop it and open up the position for hopefully something that's going to gain. And when things are going up like this and we're seeing a good rally, you'll make it up. I had some good trades. CryptoHopper did me some good trades at a 5%. So that was cool, and a couple over 2%, and then going anywhere from 1.5 to just under 2% trade. So CryptoHopper is doing good. I also yesterday played the market a little bit and did some trades outside of CryptoHopper, and made some good smart moves yesterday. So it was overall just a really good day. My strategy going into probably today, and at least hopefully this next week, but again, when you're trading, you want to adjust your strategy based upon where the market's going every day. Otherwise, you can get lost in the wind, either up or down. I am taking a bit more an aggressive stance. I have left the bot and able to buy, but I haven't changed things like my trailing stop loss, which is at 2%. So as soon as anything hits 2%, the trailing stop loss kicks in. So it goes down more than 0.5%. It'll go ahead and throw it up on the market to sell. At some point, I might switch that up to a 3% if I see gains continuing, but going into today's coin market cap look, we're going to refresh this real quick. A couple of big things to take note is we're still above 50%. Granted, the Bitcoin dominance has gone down a percentage point since yesterday morning, but here's the thing you want to see. We've had good volume in the market. We're up almost 2 billion now. We were at 12 billion on the 24-hour volume on Monday. And even during, granted it was the weekend, so it was a bit slower, but you're still, overall, going last week and the past few weeks, we've been lucky to see the volume go over 13 billion. So this is a good sign, but at 52.6%, if we're up 2 billion, that means that, let me go into the main one here. Bitcoin's been going up in price, and its volume also has been surging. So the majority of trading is still happening with Bitcoin. So there's definitely some action going on in our altcoin market. As you can see, we're, except for, well, Tether doesn't count, but everything overall is a sea of green, which is always a pleasant thing to see. But you still have to kind of, in the altcoin market right now, play it with a cool head. Don't get too excited yet. Watch out. There's so much news out there. It's just all over the place. The bulls are in, and you're getting all these people getting emotional. And if you listen to some of these YouTube channels and Moon Boys, it's like mom just bought them a brand new PlayStation 5, and they're looking forward to picking that up. And they're just really, really excited. And they're, so don't get caught up in a hype. Give it some time. Now, if Bitcoin dominance goes down to 50% or lower, then you know what? I will definitely become a lot more aggressive in my own trading, short term and long terms. And, I might start having a bit more optimistic view on the market. With Bitcoin, we still have a resistance to go at 7,200. That's our next level of resistance. So, we have to wait to see what happens. The bears really don't seem to be overly active right now. There is some resistance. As you can see, we had a wick on the 4-hour chart, of 71.35, and then drop back down to where we're at right now at 70.88. So, and there's also news that the futures market, there aren't as many lower price contracts. So there's a lot of things that seem to be pointing that, we could be finally emerging from this bear market. But wait and see. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get, too emotional about this. Like I said, for me, I will feel comfortable saying, hey, we could be out of a bear market when Bitcoin hits the price resistance of 9,700 and we see that maintained. Then, yeah, I'll definitely, change my tune. Looking on Binance, as you can see, it's some healthy trading. You can see some ups and some downs, which is good. That's how a market should be. The ones that, I definitely am skeptical of is anything within, a 5 or 6 hour trading period, and you're seeing things up 17, 20, 30%. Look at coin market cap and take a look at what exchanges have been, what orders have been filled or sent out, or what's been bought, because the market is still very susceptible to manipulation. And, with the volume still kind of as low as it is, I mean, yeah, it's great to see it at 14 billion, but that's still a pretty low volume for this market. So it's really easy, for a whale to come in and just buy, a huge chunk and drive that price up, to an astronomical percentage level, and get people to start buying the coin. Because then what will happen is at some point they will dump it, and then you will be caught with your pants down and get spanked once again by the market. Because once they throw in a large order to drive it down, then you'll see a quick drop. So watch out for those. Don't get too excited when you're seeing huge gains like that. So with that said, again, I'm taking more of a, I just sold one, that's cool. So, I'm taking still more of a cautious view towards the market, although I have opened up, the floodgates just a little bit to take advantage of the upswing. Just because I am still bearish doesn't necessarily mean I'm not going to take advantage of the market and where things are going. And speaking of that, I want to talk about really briefly about short-term investing versus long-term investing. CryptoHopper, obviously it's short-term. It's, more, well, for me, it's more of a daily trading thing. I don't like to see things at, more than 9 hours. So, probably before the end of the evening, if these 3 positions have not changed, or look like they're on the rise, then they're going to go the way of the dinosaur, and I would rather open up those positions to coins that are going to do well. And the thing with CryptoHopper, is, and if you've been using it for a while, you'll know that, just because down here it tells you, hey, we found these targets and it buys it, you're not going to see an immediate rise. You'll see some falls, and then, it'll follow through with its strategy, and then you'll see your gains. So just show a little patience and you'll do all right. And then this article today is why I want to talk about long-term versus short-term. So, how far coins have fallen from the all-time high. Most of the all-time highs has been from last December. So this just gives you an idea of how the altcoins have fallen, and might give you some ideas to actually look into some long-terms as well. VeChain's not that far down, but you'll see Binance Coin's down 50% from its all-time high. Theta Coin 66. We're not worried about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's still down 67%. Decreed 70. OX 71. And the line list goes down. These are just the top 10. So you can go through and do your own research into any coins that you have faith in, or you want to back, or anything like that. And so there's potential in the long term to make anywhere from 50 to a 75% profit just from the all-time high, and it is possible that they could go up even higher. Especially certain coins have a potential to be far greater than where even their all-time highs are at. So keep that in mind when you're investing. You should have, in my opinion, a bit of both, a bit of short-term and those long-term ideas that you want to invest in well to see, really good gains. I did just buy back into a couple long-term positions, and then we'll see what happens if Bitcoin can break through the last point. On the last rally it hit about 84.50, around there at its peak, and the altcoins were just doing great, and but then it drops. So if that happens again, I'll sell out my long terms once again, make that profit, wait for them to drop again, and then go ahead and buy in at even a better position, and obviously with potential to have more coins as well in those long terms. So that's pretty much on today's video. Just a quick recap of the market. Like I said, I am gonna run with the bulls a little bit, and we'll definitely make some profit out of it. But just watch, like I said, just watch out for that Bitcoin dominance level. It's still above that 50%, and that's dangerous for altcoins. It's still a bit too fragile for me to get super aggressive in how I'm going to trade. I'm still kind of holding back, just because by tomorrow you could see a complete change. You just don't know, but you want to be prepared for it, and you don't want to be caught out there with your pants in the wind, because then it's not an easy thing it takes time to recover. Personally, I'd rather just take my profits, and I probably could do more, but I'd rather, on the safe side, do what I can, have my profits, and then be able to shut down, maybe take a minor loss, but overall still come out ahead. So that's today's video. If you liked it, well, smack that like button. If you want to stay caught up on when I place out my videos, you can go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you hit that bell button, it will let you know when I do pop out a video. And feel free to comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the market, where it's going to go. Are we in a bull market, or do you agree with me that we're still potentially in that bear market, and and how you're doing with your own hoppers and whatnot. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have some really successful trading, and we'll talk to you again soon.